I said Thursday. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to push the week up. I think I was just talking about that rain on Thursday, man.
Yeah,
Tuesday night, man. I'm tripping. Mow Trappin Podcast. We in here.
you back in the building.
What up, Catch Paul? What
Catch
you do
Paul in
this
the
week,
building.
Catch Paul? Would you run? Was it rained out your area?
Oh man, what a day.
Yes. What up?
What up, DS?
DH. What up?
What a day. It's been an interesting day today. I ain't gonna lie.
Stripe leader. What up? I told you I was
Strike.
about to hop in the water. I ain't even hop in the water yet, man.
Shit, man, if I get in that water, it's over with, man. My body gonna shut down. I got so much stuff to do tonight. I gotta update
Man,
my schedule because I pulled about 7 or 8 off the schedule yesterday and got them knocked out today. Because
listen.
I'm trying to clear it out for this most job. I got a big most job on Saturday. I'm doing it regardless. It don't matter. It don't matter if I don't get to
It don't
everybody.
make sense.
Listen to me. If they hear what it is, won't nobody even have nothing to say about it, bro. They be like, nah, I clear the schedule out too. I said, I have to. We go
Uh,
prep it and everything. I just hope I can go get the mulch in time, but we go get out there at 6 in the morning. We get through prepping it by 10. I'm gonna run and slide and get that mulch, but we gotta put shrubs in the ground, bro. It's like a nice little install.
you
So
should be getting that done regardless.
regardless, it's on the schedule. Like it don't matter if I
Man,
don't get it
nah.
done. I'll see y'all next week, man. Y'all gonna turn it to a 2 week, and y'all don't owe me no more money because I did it to myself. For
Man,
real,
hey, listen though. Now, sometime, man, hey, that's priority right now.
it
That job
is.
right there, you gotta put that priority.
Man,
You,
all the
you gotta
most
get that
jobs are going
done.
priority, bro. Every
Yeah,
last landscaping job, man, they get put on the schedule. And whatever I don't have done. Hey man,
I
I just
see.
deal with the customer service stuff later on. I deal with the customer relation stuff later on, man.
How do you think you done knocked out so far this season?
Man, I can't even call it. Maybe like
I was about to say,
12,
I thought you
13. I'm
got
averaging like 2 a week right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm averaging at least 1 a week. So, and I ain't never been able to do that much mulch like this late in the season. Normally it'd be over with for me, but I'm getting them in.
Let me tell you, man, it's crazy because now the scheduling, you got them weeklies now. It make a whole difference.
It do.
It make a whole difference. I'm telling you, life's good with the weeklies. I'm telling you,
It
I did.
is.
I've been doing all weeklies today. Life's good.
Yeah, it definitely is good. Man, go on and introduce yourself, man, bro. We all over the place today.
Hold on, let's see. Hold on, we still. Hold on. Yeah, we gonna get in here. Hold on.
Oh,
Hey,
okay, yeah, we still in the pre stage, man, bro. It be
I
one of
got
them
here.
days
Got
like
to do it
that.
so hard. Hold on, man. Let me send y'all the link, man. What up with y'all? Hope everybody been doing all right, man. Hold on, I'll send the link. We dropped the link right here. Me and Crowley over here in the studio. Hold on, let's get it going. Here we go. There we go. There we go. We got about one more. We get one more minute. One more minute. Yeah, I know everybody beat down now. Everybody's schedules and got to clicking in now.
The
I'm
summer
still getting.
heat,
I'm
the
still getting
summer
called. Oh,
summer heat is right around the corner. It's
yeah,
peeking,
you're right. You listen.
it's peeking his head out right now.
Listen, this 90 days, nothing like that 60s. Hey, listen. When I say today, I made sure I drunk extra water so I ain't catch no cramps. Cause man, I was sweating. I started sweating about 10 o'clock,
Yeah,
and I ain't been sweating. But today I was sweating.
yeah.
I think we had. I think it had. I think it was 87 one point today, around
It was
us.
yeah, it was like 89 down here. Man, I did so silly. I ain't did in like 2 years this morning. I was putting my push more on the back of my truck. I set my red max down on the ground, bro. It forgot, bro, forgot, and it jumped in the truck and pulled off with it right behind it, bro. Emma went all underneath the trailer. The trailer kind of stopped and everything. I said, man, what's going on? And then I said, man, let me get out and look. I looked underneath the trailer, man. The red max blowing is wedged underneath it. I said, oh my goodness. I
Right.
backed up. I got it out and broke the strap, broke the little caging on the outside, but a couple
Hey,
screws
thing.
still holding
Oh
it in.
man.
I fired it up and more fired right on up, man. I
You
said,
probably ordered
man,
that
wait, it's
though.
that. I said,
You
it's that
probably
red
ordered.
man. I said, it's that red man. Man, my 850 went out like 2 years ago. It had some water got in it. So I just
Mm.
pulled the strap off of that 850, replaced the strap real quick, because I don't
You
never get
probably
rid of no
ordered that.
equipment.
You probably ordered that cage though. Yeah.
Yeah, I probably can. I'm gonna take the cage off the 850. It's about the same, size. It can slide on that 750.
Let's get it cracking, man. Y'all on the IG, man. Come over here to the link. Man, Tuesday night Mow Trappin Podcast. We're here again, Boneyard Lawn Service. Uh been having some help. So like I say, I can't say solo anymore. I'm gonna pick up the help again in the morning. Got some help with me, man, and down here, man, getting it, fifth year, grinding, trying to get the I ain't gonna say all the yards, just trying to get the right yards. So that's where I'm at with it.
That's real talk right there, man. Y'all know what it is. John Crawley, one man, one more landscape, and I am that guy self-made. Nashville is my city, definitely putting on for us down here. We heading into the 15th year of being in business. I have a team with me, one individual that helps me out in the fields personally with me, and then I got two individuals who's helping me out on the side, my mom and my sister. So, and we running this thing, man, for real. Just business is booming. A lot of people getting in with me. They trying to get in. They love the clips. They want that on their yard, and phone is going bananas right now to where I'm not taking on new customers. And yeah, that's the
Yeah.
situation I'm
Nah,
in right now.
hey, nah,
It's a
that's what
fortunate
you at a good thing. Yeah.
situation right now, and
Let me
I'm
tell you, funny you
buzzing
say that, man.
hard.
Uh, with the four, you said four people helping you, man. I just watched the video and said they think the future of business is 5 employees.
It is.
That's what I think it is. Five. They said you're gonna be able to have 5 people and make it and run $1 million company with 5 people. You know what I'm
I
saying?
can
They said
see that.
it's not gonna be no more big big how corporate structure is. Like corporate structure, it's gonna still be there to a certain extent, but it's gonna be like smaller corporate structure. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's
I can
crazy to
see it
say that.
still hanging in there for like the
Yeah.
elephants that's out here, like the big elephant
Nah,
companies
big
that's out here.
dogs. Yeah.
Now they ain't gonna have to have, that type of structure, you know what I'm saying, in place because they elephants out here. But the people who's trying to get to become an elephant, you ain't gonna have to take the approach of them because this AI that's coming out is changing the game.
Man, I'm telling you, it's changing a lot of stuff, man. This
Changing the game.
past week with me, man, I've been mowing my weeklies and man, trying to train a fresh pair of hands that's never touched a piece of equipment.
Ooh,
Oh my goodness, man! When I say, "Woo, Crawley," a
ooh.
day, a day turns into man, a day and a half, 2 days. But I ain't gonna stop. I got to keep. I'm keeping patience with him. Man, I'm beyond patience because one thing he do is call me every day. We working. We going to work.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta do this. But after I get done doing this, I'll be back, man. If you still need me, I need to do that. So I'm like, nah. If he can stay with me the whole summer, we good to go. You know what I'm saying? So that's how he want to learn. So it's a difference when you got somebody that want to learn versus somebody get out there and they think they know it all. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
he
they
was,
not teachable. They not
yeah,
teachable.
he's very
Yeah.
teachable. So
Ah man, yeah, that's a win-win situation right there, especially when they teachable. Yeah, you just gotta cultivate that and just mold them the way you need them to help your business flourish. Yeah, you're in a
he
good
young,
situation.
he young, and like with them younger kids, they're a little timid and scared of the heavy machinery. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And no, but I want them like that. But I'm like, listen, you got to be safe. But I said, listen, man, let the machine do the work. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? You kind of scared of it. It's like you trying to make the machine work. The machine's gonna work.
it's gonna
You
do
know
what
what I'm
it do.
saying? It's gonna do the work for you, man. Just
Yeah,
sit back, get comfortable, and learn how to control it, and it's gonna become muscle memory. And I took your thing. I took your step. I had a day or two, man. He just had to do nothing. He just watched me the
just
whole
watch
day.
them.
I told him, I said, cut the music off in the AirPods. Pay attention. Watch how I'm turning. Watch how I'm grabbing this trimmer. Watch everything. Watch
Everything.
the process. You know what I'm saying?
Uh huh.
And I said, I know you enthused right now, but I said, trust me, that heat is coming.
And he,
So,
oh, it's definitely.
yeah, I'm telling you things right now, but when that heat come, we gonna see. So if he stay up, if he make it through this June with me, I think I might get me one. And I really got two. I got another one coming, so I might get two.
Young, see the youthness in them. They don't even really feel the heat like you do when you start getting up in the age. When you get up in the age, the heat literally does something differently to your body. Like your body has a different response to the heat because you start perspiring a lot more when you get older. Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna throw this out there, man. I used to look at them NBA players and I'm like, how the hell are they sweating like it? Man, when you get up into some age and you get out there in that heat, you will sweat like you in an NBA game. I'm not even gonna lie to you for real.
I know when they get hot, usually by 12 o'clock, I'm on 7 or 8 bottles of water.
Yeah.
But when it get hot, I stay loaded with water. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, I had 1 year, man, we had heat advisory. And I had a huge landscaping job, dog. And it was so hot, you couldn't. It was hot. You couldn't do nothing. You had to stop at 10 o'clock. Even the city workers, you know, the city, you know how the city is. They out at 10 o'clock. Done. Let me tell you, Crowley, I was in and out the truck that day in the air conditioner, bro. I told the story on here before. And, man, at the end of the day, right when I got done, man, I was walking to the truck. It caught a cramp. I was on the curb. The guy whose yard I was doing, his wife is a nurse. The hospital right behind us. Man, they came outside with water and bananas for me, man. Get me out the ground, bro. I was curled up. Hey, man, I couldn't mow nothing. You know, it was dry. Everything was dry. I had a lot of weeklies. I didn't have a lot of bi-weeklies on the yard. So that landscape, I needed that money that week too. Man, when I say I never do it again, man. Cramped up. I learned from that. Keep you a lot of fruit. Eat a lot of fruit. It's like eating water. You know what I'm saying? And keep that water. Because it ain't no joke, man. If they wouldn't have been at home, I'd have been on that curb for a good hour, man, just chilling out there. Hurting. Hey, I was hurting, bro. I couldn't move. Hey, for real.
And you try not to draw no attention to yourself, but it ain't no getting around it because you can't move.
I wanted the help. Fool, you crazy, man. I wanted somebody to come rub that leg and get that cramp up out of her for me. Man, I was hurting. For real talk. Now I'm telling you that heat, because I'm gonna tell you, like you say, and you know when you get to sweat hard, when you got when the salt,
you see like the salt brim.
It was one of them days.
When you stop sweating, that's when you in trouble. And you know you're supposed to be still sweating hard. The moment your body stops sweating and it's retaining all that water, you need to cut your day off and get somewhere safe immediately because the cramps is on its way. I'm telling you like it is. For real.
It's so crazy around that time. I had another yard that I had some mulch in that I couldn't get to. It was just so hot. And I had the mulch on the tarp, and the tarp made a hole in the yard. You know what I'm saying? But I bounced the yard back. I got to go mow their yard just coming up Friday. You know what I'm saying? They go out of town every summer and they give me the yard the whole summer while they gone.
That's too real, man. What's going on this week? This week, mulch. I knocked out 2 mulch jobs, like since the last time. So that's good. We mowed. We knocking them down. And then I still have some bi-weeklies, but they priced, like the price on them is just so extraordinary. Like I have to go do them. Like I have to go do them. I have to go do them. Like
it's not extraordinary. You charging quarterly, man.
I have to go do them, man, because I'm not fighting that high grass when I can plug another weekly in there. And it'd be easy on me to where I can mass produce myself with only having 1 truck. I'm at the threshold right now. Supply and demand is catching up. I only have 1 supply of me. I don't have people that's trained up that can mimic what I do. So here come the demand in. The supply and demand, that means the price got to go up to meet the demand to cool it down. So when you hit that supply and demand curve, hey, you gonna make a decision to like make sure you work smarter and not harder, or the demand is gonna take you in the headlock for real. And then you're gonna be running with your chicken with your head cut off, and you ain't getting what you're supposed to get when you got that high of a demand for yourself.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you like how I'm doing, man. I know the demand is high, so I just have to charge accordingly to make it make sense. Or I'm gonna go to where the money's already at. So
Especially,
that's
man,
just
let
me.
me tell you,
I'm not
when
going.
you dropping quality, how I'm watching your stuff, when you land them stripes and them zigzags and them thunderbolts, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And them, man, let me tell you something. Once you get like that, and it don't even sound crazy, you in Metro Nashville, bro, you could really
Exactly.
get 100 a cut. It sounds
Easy.
crazy. Some people, man, you can get 100 a cut easy, bro. Let me tell y'all
Easy.
something about the numbers game we was talking last week. You got that quality like Crawley. You can go out and do 20 yards a day, man, and get you almost 2,000.
$2,000.
You know what I'm saying? But it ain't an overnight process. It's the right equipment. It's the knowledge. It's really investing in yourself all the way around. It's
All the way
investing in
around.
yourself to be out there in that field for them hours at time and beating down the block until you get them, till you get that experience and you get that man. Cause like, bro, with them walk behinds, how you hit them heels, bro. Like
On the way you can do it.
if after seeing what they do, it just make you like, I don't want to walk behind. You feel
Man,
me?
bro,
I
you
don't
if
want
you
no stand. I'm stand on for real.
you
You know what I'm
can't
saying?
you can't go up that hillside like that on no stand on, bro. You go lose and then straight up and down, you might can hold it.
And you
Straight
can't reach
across,
that
you might. It ain't no pivoting on no hillside on no stand on. The hydros, the more is heavy.
heavy, yeah.
Gravity has to settle in when you're going down the hill. That's the law of physics. When gravity sets in, the more is going to slide down the hill because it can't stop itself. I don't care what you're talking about. So a walk behind, but you still have to be skilled controlling them hydro pumps. Like you gotta know, like it's key placements with them hand controls that if you miss one time, the more is gone. You're gonna lose it. And you gotta the stripe is off. It's off. I don't know what
Yeah,
to tell you. For
yeah,
real.
man. I'm gonna
Take
tell
your
you, it's like,
time.
man, I don't know, man. It's just out here. I be seeing, I'm like, golly, and I'm just in a little small town, man. And I'm right now the way I got my numbers. I don't even want over. I got like 34, 36 people. I don't even want over like 45 or 50 right now. The way mine is, it's cool, man. I've been having like, man, I ain't been posted, bro. I've been working, but when I'm off work, I'm still working though. That's the thing. I'm going through these neighborhoods because I get all these calls, and I'm real picky right now. So I might get 7, 8 estimates. I might just come out with one. You know what I'm saying? Or two.
Mm-hmm.
But what it is, man, I'm trying to set myself up for the future. I'm venting a customer the same way they vent us. When we pull up, they gonna be like, I wonder if he gonna do my yard right. I wonder if I got to worry about if he pulling up this time or that time. I wonder if he gonna play with this and that. And I do the same thing with a customer. I wonder if they gonna pay on time. I wonder how long I wonder if they gonna let me upsell over here. I wonder if they gonna turn me on to some of their neighbors and friends. You feel me? So I'm looking at all that now, man, because like, man, it's all on us when it comes to this business, bro. You know what I'm saying? We got to build the
Man,
retirement and all that.
I'm gonna tell
So
you, like I said, like with the people that's trying to get in with me from social media has been rather insulting me when I come up because they try to talk me down on my price. You know what I'm saying? Or they try to come up with some type of stuff like the last lawn care guy didn't do this. Are you gonna make sure you do this, this, and the third? And if you and maybe you can come in on the trial period, and if you work out, then I'll pay you what you asked for. Man, I'm like,
uh-uh.
listen to me, man. I don't need your help or nobody else's help get no work, get no business. I said the
Yeah.
reason why you're calling me, getting in because you saw my quality of work. You know I'm smoking your lawn kick out the water. So how you gonna try to talk me? I'm like, I gotta charge higher than him. He's not me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want your yard to look like that, but that costs money. Like, you want Louis Vuitton shoes, but you want to pay, you know what I'm saying, shell toe prices. This is not
Hold on. Let me
that.
tell y'all something too.
This
Even
ain't
if you ain't
that.
cutting on that quality of Crawley, put the value on yourself. You might not cut the quality like Crawley, but man, I need 100 to drop my gate. You feel me on a yard like you?
Yeah,
You feel me? Man, you
for
gotta be
real.
like that, man. You just gotta be like that because time is very valuable. One thing I learned with a lot of customers, some of them, man, you'll have a customer that's been with you. 2-3 years, and out of nowhere they just, they can go on to the next person. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be mad at them and save money,
I
but
don't
they
be
can't be mad
mad
at
at
you on
them
the
at
other end either
all.
because it's your business. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
why
So,
that's why I charge for estimates right now, bro. I'm not releasing that button on the estimate till I get paid for it first.
nah,
Like
fine.
for real. I'm not even really
For
I'm
real.
not even putting it on the schedule to go even do it because it's a waste of my time. And I could have been getting my schedule together to know where I'm gonna get the money instead of
Man,
potential money. I'm already on and big in
oh,
my city.
yeah.
To just waste my time is just it's preposterous to me. It's blasphemy. I ain't gonna even lie, bro. It's purely blasphemy for me to go out there and waste my time and not get nothing. Man, they crazy as hell, bro. I'm not going for none of it no
Can't
more.
do it. Nah, this a
I'm
wrap, man.
charging for
You can't.
estimates, bro. Everything's getting charged for. If I pull up, I'm charging. For real. I got to.
Let's
Make no
let's
sense.
let's show some. Let's get to this news. I'm gonna show some on this news, man. This is crazy right here that popped up. Let's see. Did it? Okay, here we go. It says this clip right here, man. Fallen tree kills a lawn service worker as a thunderstorm blew through southwest Okalaka. I believe it's I think I'm saying that right. It might be down in Florida. But man, guy got killed for one of them trees, one of them limbs coming down. And he might not have been at work, but it's just, it just, man, when you out here, man, don't overestimate safety, man. I'm telling you. Like, just speaking on it right now, first thing popped in my head was that old video, Crawley, with you hit your hand, you hit your finger. You know what I'm saying? So I seen
Man.
it, man, when it said lawn care worker, man, it just, man, it just that's automatically it's like family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They could be one of us. So, but even man, we say y'all getting into trees and stuff, man. Wear a helmet, a hard hat, man. Razor's Edge, who we had on here about fourth or fifth episode. Me and him was talking one day, and he was telling me about somebody at a job they was just working at. It was either him, man. It was him or somebody else. The guy was out there with the trees, man, and tree hit his head, Crawley, no helmet. Split his head wide open, had to go to the hospital, got staples in his head right now.
Man, I tell you, any type of storm system to where you seeing them shelf clouds coming in, where you know the wind's picking up, get away from all them trees, man, for real, because them trees is real dangerous. He could have been standing underneath the tree trying to take cover. That's the worst place you want to be. If you can, I would recommend you just at least try to make it back to your vehicle. At least you got some type of protection in place that'll take the main brunt, so you don't catch that. Because them limbs can weigh 200 or 300 pounds a piece, and that's coming down
Yeah.
full brigalion. So depending on how it hit you, hey, you crushed. You like an ant and one of them big limbs coming down. You like a small ant, and it's gonna crush you up.
It's
You
like a
gotta
hammer.
take shelter. You gotta take shelter when it comes to them storms. Don't be so in a hurry to make sure you get the yard done, because in the beginning, that's when them systems meet up, the cold front and the hot front, bro. That's when that friction happening. Lightning and that stuff it's potentially to fall down before the storm even actually get there. Because it's too much friction with that cold front and the hot front. That's what makes the thunderstorms. I learned that in college. So just be real mindful in the beginning of them storms to make sure you take some shelter. If you see them clouds darkening up real deep, it's not worth it, man. Your safety and your life, man, for real.
Yeah, man. I seen that, man. I was I was going through the news clips and that popped up because this just happened, it just happened a couple days ago. It's May 9th, May 29th.
That's awful.
So yeah, man, that's awful, man. So man, be careful out here still. It's one thing, like I say, with the young dude I got, man, I'm training with me. I'm telling him, I'm like, be sometimes you can I ain't gonna say you can't never be too safe. I was about to say something crazy. You can't never be too safe. You feel me? Like you really need to do a triple check system. You know what I'm saying? Because I got hit the other day, and I sit there and watched it. You ever do something? You ever look at something and just try it anyway? I seen a
Yeah,
limb, like a little limb stick. I had the weed eater going. I tried it anyway. When I
for
say
real.
it flew right back to me, you feel me? Just for me looking at it and trying it, it was almost like you knew better. You know what I'm saying? Hit me
Yeah.
right in my thigh. You know what I'm saying? Hard. But it was a nice size limb. I didn't think it was gonna send it up like that. Sent it.
This might sound crazy. This might sound real crazy, but the people who in the game, you gotta almost have a near death experience when you know you about to get on your way in this game. Sooner or later, like you almost might mess around, almost kill yourself trying to try some on some of this equipment because you go test it to the limit. You see what I'm saying? But when you have almost a near death experience, or you could have really messed yourself up royally because you trying something, that let you know you about on your way. You're on your way to the top end. For real, it might sound crazy, but I'm telling you, I almost had 2 or 3 near death experiences. Lost fingers, everything. But it let me know because I carried on that I was on my way to greatness. Like you almost sooner or later you gotta take the safety off a little bit. And you gotta be comfortable. You gotta be comfortable with the equipment. You won't know your comfortability until you test it to the limit. You see what I'm saying? But be mindful when you test it to the limit. You always gotta have some type of escape route. Especially when you're on the moors. You got to always have some type of escape route. If you're more on the hillside and you're on a zero turn, you are sitting down. What's going to be your escape route if that damn thing catch something and it flip? Because you sitting down. So how can you get off of it? Be on the safe side, have the roll bars up. Might want to put your safety belt on too. That way, if it do flip, you good to go. Yeah, I'm saying for real.
I'm thinking about something now, man. That's running through my head, man.
I know it.
What you talking?
Near death I know it.
I got about 3 yards though that I probably could have a walk behind for. I got about 3 of them that I just can't. I ain't putting that zero turn on that hill, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna raise up too high, or I'm sliding down. So what I gotta do is I gotta push more.
Yeah.
We didn't take too long. It's like them yards I keep the push more for to hit that little bottom first strip. You know what I'm saying? Until I can get that angle to where I can go with the zero turn.
Yeah.
Now, you can get down there in it, but it ain't like what you said. It ain't even worth it sometimes trying it. I don't even listen. I've learned. If I feel something, go with your gut the first time.
You're supposed to
do it. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen, I done learned too many times. I'm like, man, I sit there and said that I shouldn't have did that, and I did it, and now my ass paying for it. You know what I'm saying? Paying for it every time. Turn your whole day into an extra couple hours. You know what I'm saying? Every time. So,
turn that day into 2 or 3 months when you're trying to recover, or when you done mess yourself up. Like I'm telling you, man, safety is everything, bro. Cause like when I almost cut my finger off, that turn one trying to pull a vine out of a shrub and set the hedge trimmers down without cutting them off. That's why anytime I set the hedge trimmers down on the ground, that off button gets hit. I don't even want them on. Because when I lost my footing and reached down on the ground and I reached in between them hedge trimming, there was them steels to where they automatically still be going periodically. So I reached that in there, clunk, 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 clunk. I was like,
so crazy, listen.
Right.
It cut his finger clean.
Clean. I'm talking about the bone stopped it. Literally, my bone stopped it like how it hit a big log and then you hear that noise, pow. That's the sound it made, but it was all my bone that stopped it from. If it was been right in the joint, it would have came out, bro. If it have been.
Hey, but it hit that finger and it stopped it. It hit just like how you said it hit that big log. Your finger was that big log. Because I'm talking about when I seen that video, I was like, that's what's crazy. Listen, they got me banned for some sinus mess. Crawley had his whole finger on there gone.
I'm talking about the glove. The glove looked like I lost the finger, but that's how much it cut it. The glove was only hanging on by this side right here. The rest of it was split.
He was gone.
It was gone. I'm telling you. I split everything, bro. That joke was oozing blood out there. I said, I can't believe I did. And I was still in a state of shock. I didn't even feel no pain until I got to the hospital. When the doctor got the rubber in it, cleaning it out, oh man, that pain settled in. I said, oh, it's over with. He said, you can't move it. I tried to move it. It wouldn't close it up like this. He said, yeah, you split ligaments, everything. He said, it's over. He said, it's going to take you 2 months. You need surgery immediately to just try to save it. And then it's going to take you 2 months to recover. You need occupational therapy. You need it all. I was like, oh, my goodness. No insurance, bro. It cost me $5,000. Cost me
Listen,
$5,000 to
be
repair
safe.
this fight. I'm telling you, no insurance.
Listen, be safe, man. That right there is so gruesome. Man, be safe, because ain't nobody got time for it, bro.
You don't.
That's gruesome right there. Triple check, man, and don't listen. Don't think you just got it every day. You feel me? Because any day, slippers count. That's all I'm gonna say. Slippers count.
Yeah,
So,
for
man,
real.
let's get in here, man. We got a guest on here tonight, man. Uh, this is what I've been using this shirt, and I'm telling you, I switched over. I used to use Yard Book. I switched over. It's just maximized me to the fullest, man. I know y'all ain't seen me post it. I've been having time still, and I've been just sitting back chilling with my little girl right now. This been peace of mind. It's I've been overworked and underpaid. I've been feeling like these last few years, man, and it's been game changing for me. So, man, gonna bring on somebody, man. This Josh from Urable, man. What up with you, Josh?
What's up, fellas? How's everyone
Hey,
doing?
how
Doing
we
good,
doing?
Josh.
Doing
Can't
good,
complain.
man. So,
Carl, you
man,
got I got goosebumps sitting there hearing that because I could hear the sound of the hedge trimmers catching a branch.
Clocking.
Oh
ooh,
man.
It's bone,
Yep.
pow. And you looking down, you seeing your glove split, and I seen nothing but meat. It's like a split second before the blood
Oh
comes. So I'm looking
yeah,
down and I'm like looking at my finger split open. I'm like, this did not happen. And then
yep.
here come the red stuff. I said, it did happen. I
here
said,
come
oh.
It's that moment of
Hey,
shock where you're
no,
looking down,
that's how
seeing if your
you be in
finger's still
shock.
there.
And you
You
was like,
looking.
hold on, did I do this for real?
I didn't do this. It didn't do that.
Oh man, ooh,
Oh, oh,
Yeah,
man,
it
no,
go
thank
ahead,
you.
man. Just go ahead and introduce yourself, Josh, man. Woo.
Yeah, so yeah, Bone, thanks for having me. I'm not currently, in the lawn care space. I've had numerous projects of my own on our own property. But back in the day I started with my dad. He had a nursery business growing up. So we ended up getting into some landscaping projects. I did all sorts of hardscaping projects. Picked up some weekly mowing clients back then to just kind of get me through the summer, get some extra cash, and did that for about 8 years until especially the hardscaping projects. It's backbreaking work. It gets tiring pretty quick and rough on your body. So
Yeah.
I opted to go to school, studied chemistry, ended up working with in the pharma space for about a decade, and here I am
Wow.
back in the lawn care space.
Wow.
Thanks for having me.
That
Man,
is really interesting. So, I
you like a
mean,
pinball, man.
since you kind of jumped around and you went to school, studied chemistry and everything, like, oh my goodness, that's a big transition. So, like, wow. So, I mean, what made you jump back into like like with the company that you with now to what the services y'all offering? What was like that key point that made you say, okay, I'm gonna leave the chemistry, the pharmacy, and all of that. Let me kind of transition back to
Right.
what you're doing right now, what product you have that we're gonna talk about later on. What was that transition like?
Yeah, I mean, I did that for about 10 years. I hopped around. Our first job, we moved up to Connecticut area, lived up there for a
Okay.
little, and I was selling lab instruments, like analytical lab instruments, to big pharma. I worked with Pfizer up there, Boehringer Ingelheim, Pepsi,
Hold on.
a
I don't
lot
mean
of
to cut
big
you off.
big
You say
global
lab.
names.
You say lab instruments, like what do you mean?
Like chemistry
So,
instruments. So
like
anyone
Yeah,
that does like
oh,
QA
okay.
testing,
I
QC
know
Oh,
it's
testing,
I
yeah,
research.
that's
know
all
it's
I'm
I know
saying.
exactly what you're talking
That's all
about.
I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I
Yeah,
know
yep.
exactly. I took a lot of biology and chemistry in school. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah,
go
and
ahead.
it was a great job out of school. It paid better than actually working in the lab. So I got I love talking with people. Bone will tell you that. So it was good getting into like a sales role and just getting that experience. But we were 5.5 hours from the closest family, so we wanted to get back towards Pennsylvania. So I pivoted into a role where I kind of managed some of our key accounts, and that was with like Sanofi and a few of the other big pharma on like a global level. And that was I did that for about a year. That was commuting via plane, and that got really old pretty quick.
Quick,
So then, yeah,
quickly.
it was not fun. I was flying out of Philly at 5 a.m., getting home at about 11 p.m. Yeah,
Exactly.
long days.
Did you
Um,
have to stay overnight, like in certain cities, like all week, and then come back maybe on a Friday have like maybe
Sometimes.
3 days with your family, and then you got to turn right back around and fly back out Monday morning. Oh man, that's that's torture. Right? I've heard stories about guys who done it.
It gets old pretty quick. Commuting via plane is I don't know how people do it, but it's crazy. I would see people that they're doing that every day of the week. Even that's their normal commute. Flying to Boston, flying to North Carolina.
So you be bumping into people at the airport, like people bumping each other like gas stations and stuff.
Yep, absolutely. But then I had a local role that opened up for PA, Delaware, New Jersey. I'm based in Pennsylvania area. We're like suburbs of Philly. And so I took that and I did that for about the last 6 years. It just got to the point where, I could do it with my eyes closed. I always enjoy learning. I always enjoy figuring out new stuff. It's just that's the reason I ended up going to school, ended up going to grad school for those reasons, just because I like learning. And I just, that job wasn't really doing it for me with just, my energy was way down here. And so,
man, I'm gonna tell you crazy.
You gotta love what you do.
So funny. That's so funny. You do like stuff that they this is what you need to go to school for. You feel me? That's what it's kind of like. And you went to school for it, and it just wasn't fun. You just hated it.
Yep.
That's crazy. That's like, man,
I know. I know. That's an expensive way to figure out what I don't enjoy doing.
Education is expensive. That's what somebody told me when I blew an engine. But man, that's crazy. Go ahead.
Absolutely. So in terms of Urable, Urable is actually it's my buddy's company. So they started in the vehicle care space with like detail shops. And he was one of the on my wedding party and stuff. He played the ukulele as we walked down the aisle. So very good friend. And he's our developer. But he started Urable with his dad and his sister back in 2017, 2018 timeframe. He coded it. He basically picked up one book on software coding. Read it, it just clicked for him, and he just went at it. And so he sat down, he coded the program, didn't like it, deleted it, rewrote it, didn't like that, deleted it, and rewrote it. And then the third iteration is the product that we kind of have today. But they just found a niche market with detail shops, just trying to help the owners, operators just run their business more efficiently, and also just get some time back. That was the biggest thing, being small business owners, and I saw that with my dad all the time. You work long hours, right? And like a lot of times that's taken away from time from your family, from your friends, just from enjoying life. And it, that can be a drag, right? So they ended up pivoting into really expanding into the lawn care and landscape space last year, put some functionality into the system. And he kind of tapped me on the shoulder and asked if it'd be something I'd be interested in doing. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. It was perfect timing. The company I was with, they kind of kept changing structure on a lot of the pay plans, quota. They were constantly asking, hey, what are you doing for me lately? Right. Like, and I was selling multi-million-dollar contracts, like big time contracts. Yeah, they were. It just got old. It got old.
It don't matter. What are you doing tomorrow for?
Yep, absolutely. You brought that in yesterday. What do you have for us today? Right.
When you said, man, get your time back, man, that's one thing. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all, man. This year, man, when I say time back, dude, I just been feeling like, oh my God, life is good right now. Cause it's like, man, I got 3 or 4 days, and I know I at least got one solid day to where I don't even think about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because working all day, man, beating yourself down, man, and you can't enjoy, man, you need to enjoy life, man, at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta find stuff, because it will drive you crazy. You know what I'm saying? It will drive you straight crazy, man. Like for me, it'll drive me crazy, man. Like every once in a while, I feel bad sometimes when I can't have a moment with the kids and be like, hey man, let's just go have dinner. Let's just go do some activities. And man, cause man, I don't know, that's life to me. That's life to me.
That's cool.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm looking forward to having days like that. Right now, I have transitioned to a whole nother monster to where like I don't see nothing but one man, one more landscaping, and then I don't see nothing else. but working the crap out of my social media platforms, bro. I have
Yeah,
no life.
yeah.
Nothing
Yeah.
Nah,
exists
bro.
right now.
But
When the
think that.
smoke clear,
Yeah,
because of what I done turned into, everybody finna see it. But
yeah.
what you just talking about, Bone, that's what I'm looking forward to in the
Now,
future.
you
But
gotta,
right now,
you gotta get to her. Yeah, bro. You gotta do what you
I'm
gotta do.
so locked in. Bro, I just need 5 hours of sleep. And what can I do in them 19 hours in a day to either get
Hey,
work done, schedule, maximize, everything's got to
take notes, y'all.
19
Yeah.
hours. What can I get done in them 19 hours before my body literally tells me, Crawley, listen, you got to
Time to go.
recharge up. You got to at least get your 5 hours. If I operate on 4-3, I see it the next morning. I need 5 hours of good dead sleep. I'm talking about I don't
Yeah, you
dream
good.
about nothing. Blackness. When I hit the bed, literally it's darkness.
Yeah.
For real. And I pop up like this. And it's a
There you
scary
go.
feeling because I'm popping up
Now,
like
Charlie,
I'm late.
let me tell you.
Oh,
You
I'm
know
late.
why? You
It
know
is
why you
five,
like
it's
that
5
though?
o'clock in the morning. Can't you
I'm gonna tell you though.
see?
I'm gonna tell you though. What it is, man. You at that
Oh
point.
my
That's how it is. Like I think that's what it is. Me, I've been taking 5 years of doing that, and it's like right now, it's like let me take a little baby vacation and then just get right back on. Cause I'm talking about I've been burnt. I'm like, I look back on 5 years down, I'm like, damn, my little girl, she's 6, and I'm like, damn, you done got so big now. It's crazy where the time done flew
it,
by.
it
But
don't
but
take
but you got to do what you got to do to get to that next level. So, but
Yeah, you're
man,
not lying about that. But back to this Urable, man. What all? I mean, because I heard that you talked about that you kind of y'all structured it to the lawn care industry landscaping. So what
Yep.
all capabilities does that application have that will make our life easier and help us kind of structure our business so we're not running all over the place? You know what I'm saying? Kind of highlight some of the key points from
I'm
from the
gonna pull up.
Urable, the app. So
Yeah.
everybody that's listening, they can find out about it, man, for real.
Yeah,
Here we go. I'm gonna
absolutely.
pull up the screen for
Yeah.
y'all.
So, are you able to see my screen here? For this is kind of the interface that we have on the platform. So this is browser. We have app and on iOS and Android. That was the other thing when we developed this. We originally developed it as an app first because
Okay.
you guys are in the field all the time. No one's really working off of a PC, a laptop all that often, right? You got to be able to do everything from your phone. So everything you
Okay.
see here, you have access to all this on your mobile device too. The screen's just obviously shrunken down. The menu will be collapsed and it'll be a little more a condensed view.
But it looks the
But
same
really,
exact
yeah,
way.
this is yeah. So this is kind of the calendar view, right? So you can customize the views with this, but there's a lot of just taking a step back, like why a CRM, right? Like I see this in the industry a lot. We're not the only one out there. There's plenty of others, and we're not the right fit for everyone either, right? I mean, Crawley, you were talking about the like just get your customers. You're kind of turning some people away right now, right? And sometimes
Yeah.
that's just not everyone's the right fit for your business.
Correct.
But the way that we originally structured this was just to make it kind of more of an easy flow of things and just for you to manage pretty much everything for your business from scheduling, putting together quotes, sending them out to your customers, collecting payments, managing communications, kind of all those functionalities. But what's cool with this is we also are being in the early stages. Like I said, Kyle, our developer, the way we build out the stuff on the vehicle care side was by user feedback, by feedback from business owners on what they needed, what was lacking, and we just turned around and built it out. And you can ask Bone. I mean, I feel like we've gone back with a number of conversations, and then I go and talk to Kyle, and then we drop it in an update maybe a few days, if not a week later. That's just how we kind of operate. So being
Show
in
them how.
this stage,
Show them how it makes
yeah.
it. Show them how it makes the workflow go for guys. Just say like a guy like Crawley might be. He's out there 20 yards, 25 yards in a day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. So here I kind of have, you can customize the coloring with it. I got some mulch jobs on here. Like here's my two, routes for this. So you can do routing in the system as well. So if you look at like the routing, for example, you go to the map view, and you can see, We'll see if this is that loading here on your end.
Yeah, it's low. It's low.
Yeah, there we go. It's taking a little bit because I'm streaming from Chrome here. So you can manage all of your routes. So this you can add jobs to routes. You can pull up the list view on these routes as well and do the optimization from this. So I have this one optimized already. The way we build out for your products and services, you can add an estimated duration, and that comes into play when you're kind of considering your working hours. And where this goes is also if you're trying to fit in some extra yards on these routes, right? You know, if this probably we're not up at your 19 hours here, but you know, you could take a look at this and say, okay, I got some room in my schedule for tomorrow. Let's try and build in some extra jobs here. But we built in some functionality. So the route view, you can do a lot from this screen, you know, just right from here. So you can send customers on my way messaging, which will actually pull an ETA based off of your current location. If you click start route, this will send it to your GPS. So if you're on Google Maps, Apple Maps, it'll send all these stops there so you don't have to go back and forth through it. You know, one of the features I know Antonio and I were talking about this one with it, like, let's say you have to go out to a different site or you're picking up a crew member. So you're not starting at your business location. You have to edit the start point. You can change the starting location and optimize the route off of that location. So just some functionality in there like that. And then we know, you know, the favor of everyone in the, what's that?
The little box right there where it says Potts Pike West PA.
Yes.
That little box. If you click it, see right there. So say like Crawl, if you had to go somewhere, like when you go on in the morning and you like, oh man, I had to go back and start somewhere else over on Antioch because you forgot something. You can put the address in Antioch. It's still gonna optimize from where you're at right there and still get your route, the best route, the fastest route, and get you back home the quickest it can.
That's cool.
Yeah, and even from the screen, you know, we've had a heck of a lot of weather the last few weeks, right? And so you can also bulk, you know, edit this route to adjust the schedule. So if you click these bulk actions, let me save this one. Let's see. Did my screen freeze up on your end?
No, we still
it
smooth.
just looks like it's running perfect. Well, now it just went off. Yep.
Let me reshare this here. Sorry about that. It's freezing up on my end.
That's all good. No, it's all good. We're rolling with the punches.
Yeah. All right, are you able to see it now?
Let's see how long it's going. Okay, there we go. We back.
All right, cool. So from that route view, you can also adjust all of these jobs in the schedule as well. So from here, you can click this edit. This gives these bulk actions. So from here, you can bump it. You know, if we have to reschedule all these jobs to a different day, you know, if you have, you know, most people end up building, you know, a day or two into the schedule. If let's say we're rained out here this week, you have to bump it to Saturday. You can just select that and click yes, and that's going to shift all of these jobs over in the calendar to the 7th there. So then you can come out, you click over on the 7th on your calendar. You'll be able to see that route then from that screen. Maybe it bumped it to the 6th. Which date did I click there? There it is.
That's too cool.
And then also, you know, there's some other functionality within the system to where, you know, we build it out so you can kind of manage all the customer communications as well. So when we you know, adding a quote, let's say you're on site with a customer and you wanted to quote them. We have this add button on the bottom of most of the screens. It's how you access pretty much every function in the system. If you click quote a job, this will pull up the quote screen. So you can add a title for this. We're going to do my dog here. We'll do goose, you know, mowing. The customers, these are all searchable. So when you have them in the system, you can just search the name and then select it from the screen here. And then the property section. So, you know, you can, anytime you do a measurement on a property, you can save those sections. They're always going to be saved. But we also implemented something like called parcel data. So let's say we would just want to take a quick look and get an idea of what this lot size is. You can click this use lot size button, and this is going to fetch parcel data on the back end. This is what Zillow and Realtor use to kind of determine lot size of a property. So this pulls the local county data. And then if you click on this measurements tab, it'll actually plot this on the screen here. So you can see the polygon of the property boundaries, and you can zoom in on that and actually see, okay, this property here, you know, roughly 23 100 square feet. It does include the house and everything like that, but you can kind of factor that into your pricing here as well.
Now,
If
I'm
you
gonna
want
tell
to
you,
create your own measurements, you can also.
I don't mean to cut you off, Josh, but I measured a
You're good.
yard.
You're good.
I measured a yard and I did some mulch, and it got the measurements perfect. Got the right cubic square foot, all that, and went and got the mulch, man, and laid it perfect. Measured it out right from the sky.
That's awesome. Yeah, we built in some mulch calculations here too. So there's this depth. I can open up a mulch job, then I'll show you. You can select the depth. So if you're doing like a new install, you want to do 3 inches or something like that. I mean, this would probably be a massive number of yards, right? Yeah, 2,300, 1,000 square feet. You're looking at 215 yards. But you can measure out garden beds and things like that as well, and then actually just punch in a depth, and it'll give you a rough estimate on the cubic yards that you kind of need to order for that job.
That is cool.
I think one of the main things we want to see, though, how we get the money.
Absolutely. So that's what I'll show you here. So from the products and services, I'll build this out here quick. This is where you can build out like a price per measurement, and that's going to factor in and do the calculation based off that. So if that property we measured, roughly half an acre, if I set my price at $80 an acre, it does the math for you. Now, I know, this is an area everyone talks about, credit card processing fees. From the CRM standpoint, we're not charging that for us, right? This is the actual transactions that happen. Just as any consumer, every time you swipe your card anywhere, there's a fee that happens in the background. Most of the time it's rolled in. You have the options to kind of charge that to the customer if you wanted, or what I always recommend, just use this to do the math and then roll it into your pricing. So you can always override this if you wanted. You can edit this to just say.
On mine, I don't put the card processor fee on mine, but I do the taxes. So, but I ain't had one. Man, it's been the same. I ain't had one pushback. They actually love it.
That's awesome.
That's too cool. Now, is that system pretty user friendly? Let's say you're not able to get all your schedule done that day, and the jobs that you didn't complete. Is it real simple about shifting all the non-completed job over to the next day for you to start your day off there? Because I know I used the CRM in the past, and it was like almost like a act of Mother Nature just to shift everything that you didn't get done over to the next day, and it shouldn't have been that complicated for me. And also, I had yards that were scheduled for possibly maybe 10 days. And that system did not have even an icon in there to where I can list them in 10 days. They just basically had you only doing it weekly or bi-weekly. And that just threw a big monkey wrench in my planning. So I'm like, why would they have something like this and I'm paying this buku money and I can't have it the way I want it? So, you know what I'm saying? How user friendly, and I know you talked about it before, that you get a lot of feedback from your customers regarding updating the system so it works better for them. Just kind of describe, what the process is from like shifting clients over that you didn't get finished the day before, and how simple is it for you to do that?
Yeah, it's a drag and drop. It's as simple as this, right? So it's going to prompt and then ask if you want to apply this to all recurring jobs. So I have this job set up to repeat weekly. So all you're doing is creating that job one time, and then you're repeating that job in the system. And so what this is asking, if I'm shifting them, I know there's going to be rain Wednesday, I'm shifting them a day ahead. Do I want to move every single job in the schedule moving forward over to that date? And it'll spin a minute because it's basically taking all those instances. So now all the Smith mowing jobs are bumped to Tuesday. And that's as simple as dragging and dropping there. So it's really not difficult to do it. And if you want to just move it one off, you can say no, and then it'll move. There's the Reynolds mowing, and then it stayed on Wednesday for the following week.
Okay, cool. That's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a lot of flexibility within the scheduling too. So like when you click in on a job, this is kind of the screen of view here that you see. You'll see the street view of the property, all the customer contact information. I'm gonna tell you,
that's what my customers love right there. My customer's like, yeah, that's my house right there.
Absolutely.
That's cool right there.
And then the schedule here, right? So you can edit that schedule. You can set that to repeat if you're doing bi-weekly, you do every 2 weeks. So there's a lot of flexibility with the way you set that up. Like I have fertilizer jobs in here that I set to do every 6 weeks, I think. So there's a lot of flexibility with that scheduling aspect there. And then also as you get crew members and stuff, and as you grow your business, you can add them in so they can get access to the system, and you can set preferences to where they have access to everything you do at like an admin level, all the way down to basically view only. So they can just see the jobs, they can see the details. You can add checklists for them so they know what they got to do, and that's it. So they're not going to go in and mess up anything with your schedule or anything like that.
And they could still, and if you got a route for them, you could just hit the route, and they can hit. You hit the optimize, they hit the button, and they know how to get to every property. It tells how long it's taking them to get there. It tells how long they're on the job, so they can't be BSing you.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. So you can even have them clock into the jobs, and that will actually pull a GPS location. Right, this is asking if I'm allowing it to give a location. It'll pull location for the timestamp, and you can actually click in on that and see. You can click that little icon and see actually where they were. So if they're out on their own and you're just double check in, making sure they're actually there doing the jobs, you can kind of see those things.
Okay.
Status on jobs, you can see the status in the system will update. So since I clocked in on that job, it'll update to yellow, so you can see that it's in progress. You can advance that over to also just if you complete it, you can either finish that line item with checking out, or that you clocked in, you clock out, and it'll ask if you want to complete it, or you can just manually click these up here. So you don't have to go through the process in doing that. If you just want to click in, hey, this job's done, complete it, good to go. And so there's a few things, Bone, you asked about like payments. The way we send the quotes to customers, we call it approvals. And we did this in this manner because I've heard from a lot of end consumers oftentimes, like and business owners for lawn care landscaping, just that customers always are questioning the deliverables, and or then if you ever have to, the bad side of it, right? If we have non-payment or you have to track them down for payments and stuff, if you ever have to file a lien on something, you kind of need proof of agreement to those terms. So we built it out with an approval method. Yeah, so you can include documents if you have like your landscape, agreement. You can attach documents here. You can even put in add-ons. So if you're doing like a mulch job and you want to add price out some shrub trimming, you can add it as an optional add-on, and the customer has the option to select that. If you're in person with them, you can have them sign right there on the screen, and that it shows that you're agreeing to your terms and conditions. Or you can send them the message via email or text or both. And then that would give them a link that they could click in. I think I have one opened up here.
Sure.
That's cool.
Yeah. Everybody on mine now, their signature signed, and it's basically I ain't gonna say basically, it is a binding contract.
Absolutely, yeah. So let me see. I think I have an approval I can share on this tab.
That's cool.
So it'll send with your you can do some branding. So the coloring and stuff, you can select the coloring with this. You add your logo to it. So anytime a message gets sent to a customer from your business, I'll share this tab here. So this is how the email will come through, right? My business is I Cut Grass. You have your logo here. The customer would get this link to review and approve. So then they could click in on this, and I'll share this tab here. Are you able to see that tab? Might have hopped around too much there.
Yeah, see if you can pull it up. If not, I think I got to approve. Yeah, it's gonna show name, sign, date, everything. Good to go. They can't say no. I wanted, because all my people right now, it goes to October 31st. You feel me? Anybody try to back out for October 31st? You signed up to October 31st. I'm coming to the yard.
Give me 1 second.
I did that same thing.
Screen share.
Nah, you good.
But yeah, it gives you basically a. Here we go. I'll show you what the approval looks like.
Okay.
So this is the approval screen. So this would get sent to your customer. This is, again, your branding, your logo, your coloring that you select here. When they sign and date, stamp, it's time stamped. So then, this is a custom link that gets sent to them. You have record of it being sent. You have record of them signing off on it. They can see all the pricing. They can see the contract, things like that. So there's no confusion over deliverables. So that's the reason we kind of built that out that way. The other thing that's nice with this is the system will actually check whenever you send that, you can collect the card on file, right? That's the biggest thing. You want to get that card on file so that way you can charge it when the job's done. You're not trying to track down payments. That step will send them a payable link. So we integrate with Stripe or Square. You can also even just mark cash payments, things like that. But this is how you would collect the payment. So you click add, again, the add button at the bottom. This would show the amount due. If you're connected with Stripe and they have a payment method on file, it would pop down right here. And you could select the actual payment method, or you can send them a payable invoice, and that would be the same format from before. But if you have that card on file, you can just click that, click pay. It'll charge the method, process that payment, and then you're good to go. And then, this is kind of all the options. This is a lot of manual process on the stepwise on this stage, but the way we kind of build it out with our subscriptions, Urable subscriptions, we kind of have a few different levels. We don't charge by users, we don't charge by jobs. We kind of charge based off of automations. So all this process, it's pretty simple to go through and click these, but if you wanted to automate a lot of the process, I think, Antonio, you have some workflows built out with these. You can build out workflows to where, they can be as complex as soon as you're creating a quote, the system will automatically send an approval request to the customer. If that's approved, it'll schedule the job. When the job's completed, automatically charge the payment method on file. So really, all you're doing is creating that quote up front and then marking it as
once
complete.
you get that quote, everything else is basically, as soon as my job done, money in the bank.
Okay.
Ain't no waiting, ain't no chasing no money. I ain't had no I just, man, it's been success. It's been like I say, it's been my yard book on steroids, man.
That's all right there.
Yeah, and then we have
think
some
an
other things.
application like that, I think that would really help my mom out because she does all my billing, and I'm trying to actually get something in place that I can actually help her out there and free some of her time up. She says she don't mind, but I'm always looking to kind of maximize and see how can I help free her time up to where she can, have more things to do on her own. So.
Absolutely.
And I've been looking at a CRM instead of the system that we currently using. So I may have to look into this because I like what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah,
Man,
I mean,
we just got we ain't even had enough time tonight for real. He ain't even dived into nothing for real, man. I'm telling you, it's really, man, it's just game changing, Crawley. Like what you said, man. When you talk about free up, it's so user friendly. It's like it really ain't too much confusion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you said, it ain't nothing but a button. She hit a button and moved the whole schedule up if you had to. No problem. You know what I'm saying? So it's not no confusion or nothing. And, man, I'm talking about it's just been, like I said, it's been a blessing to me, man. It's really made time for me. You know what I'm saying? I've been having so much time that it's been a good and a bad thing. You feel me?
That's cool right there. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, you can track profit analysis too, right? Like, you mentioned about doing mulch jobs. You can track your consumables. If you're clocking in, track your hours. So you can actually check to make sure you're profitable on these jobs as well. But I'll wrap it up with this. We do pride ourselves on customer support. We have this help center here. It's something that you can chat with our team throughout the week. We have, a 3 to 4 minute response time. We have a number of tutorials, but also you can book Q&As with us. We don't charge for meetings. Crawley, we're going the opposite direction that you are. You're trying to, charge for estimates. We don't charge on that end. You can book 15 meetings with us until you're comfortable using the system and ask questions. But we try and make it ourselves accessible. And you can ask Antonio too. I give everyone in this space my personal cell phone number too. So if there's questions you have or you're stuck, Antonio's called me while he's in the middle of doing an estimate sometimes, and I'll help him through some things.
You got back to me quick too. You sense the urgency every time.
Absolutely. I mean, that's kind of the world we live in, where I always have my phone on me. But yeah, we try and make it user friendly, but also make it accessible, because it's all about customer experience for us. That's what we put first, is your experience with this. And that's the way we grow as a company too. It can be a win-win. We're not trying to charge, nickel and dime and make a killing on this. We're just trying to cover our basis and enough to grow. And really, we do put our end users, which are you guys, first. That's a top priority for us. That's how we grew in the vehicle care space, and that's the way that I plan to grow the lawn care landscape space as well.
That's cool right there. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, it's Josh, man, from Urable, man. Appreciate you for coming on, Josh, man. I thought it was just great tonight to have you on, man, because I'm telling you, like I say, Crowley, like with the book, man, I got the 2 books that I used to keep and write all my stuff over there. I haven't used them this whole year. I hadn't packed an ink pen. I keep an ink pen with a little notepad for like little stuff that I don't want to forget. Side notes. But other than that, I ain't had an ink pen or nothing, man. I'm talking about rain come, Crowley, swapping everything over. No problem. I'm talking I do it so quick. I'm like, cool. When I look at it, I'm like, shows me what I'm about to make for the day, shows me what I'm about to make for the week, shows me what I'm about to make for the month. So when I get out the bed and you see the numbers, like you say, Crowley, you up ready to go. When you look at that thing, 860 for a day. Yeah, let me get
I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here real quick. Where that coffee
at? Yeah, man. Appreciate you, Josh, for coming on, man. Stay in the back for half a second, man. And
Absolutely.
man, y'all check out Urable, man. So, but yeah, man. So that was Urable, man. Well, Josh from Urable, man. And like I say, man, it's just been game changing. Crowley, like you say, you ain't been using CRM. I've been with Yardbook about 3 years, and Yardbook was great. Man, he introduced me to this, and for about 2 months, I just demoed it and played around with it.
Yeah.
And when I say now, like, man, it's part of my. It's the biggest. It's one of the biggest parts of my day. Like today, I had something go on. I had somebody hit me. They told me to switch them over to weekly. So they already in the system. It's every 2 weeks. Went in there, clicked the button, put them on every week. It adjusted, showed me my money for the month I'm going to make, showed me my money for the week. It adjusted everything all the way out until October 31st for me. You know what I'm saying?
It's real.
Man, it's been real nice, man. So I just thought I'd show y'all that tonight, man. Introduce y'all to that and give y'all something else that y'all might want to try out, man, out here, man. You know, anything to make it easier for us out here, man, because like I say, it's been an extra employee for me. You know what I'm saying? For real.
I like that. He grabbed my attention.
Yeah, for real. So, Mow Trappin Podcast, another Tuesday, man. We out of here again. We in the hold on, we got the summer coming up. What, 2 weeks?
Yes, next week is here. Like I mean, the heat, the heat gonna let you know, but officially, like in a couple of weeks, yeah.
Yeah, the heat's here because when I get up in the morning, first thing I'm doing is grabbing water, Powerades, and grapes.
See, normally I wait because I got the baby cooler in the back of the truck for me and my guy, but it's almost time for us to put that big boy in the back of the truck because we're gonna need to fill it up. It's almost time for the igloo where you gotta hold it like this.
You had that mug loaded down. Hey,
right there we got the one satchel, you know, to hold about 7-8 waters in there. Nah, it ain't. No, we burned through them. It's time for the 2-hand cooler in the back.
Man, Mow Trappin Podcast, man, another Tuesday night, man. We out of here. Y'all be safe. Y'all heard the story on the news. Y'all heard another recap from Crawley's finger. Don't ever think that you're too good out here. One thing I want to say, man, before we get out here, man. I heard this week from an old dude, and he said, man, love yourself, chase your dreams, and fuck everything else.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That's pretty much what it is, man. So another Tuesday, man. We out of here, man. Y'all be safe, man. Have a great week, man. Have a great prosperous week, man, and keep winning.
Keep winning out here.